Hey everyone, it is Dani and welcome to this update video. I hope that you guys are doing really wonderful this morning. And so I'm here with the latest in terms of what is going on across the North Atlantic as well as what is expected throughout today. And so before I go into details, please do subscribe if you haven't yet done so and tap the bell so that you never miss an important update. And so we're starting out taking a look at the tropical Atlantic, and here we can see that there's certainly some activity. There's that cluster of showers and thunderstorms well to the east of the Windward Islands that is expected to make its way into the vicinity of the Caribbean, and so this is likely going to be resulting in a lot of rainfall. So if you watched yesterday's update video in the evening, you would have seen where both the GFS and Euro are in agreement about that rainfall increase as you're going to be headed into tomorrow, going into Tuesday, and even Wednesday for other parts of the northeastern Caribbean. And so at this time, though, in terms of any development, nothing is marked by the National Hurricane Center. However, once this sustains enough activity to result in all that rainfall, that can even trigger flooding across some areas. And so I'll continue to keep you guys posted as time goes by. And so let's zoom more into the region here, and we can see that there are some cloud clusters coming from the tropical Atlantic that might induce some brief showers at times across parts of the Lesser Antilles. We even see some scattered showers and thunderstorms, and that is likely in association with a tropical wave that has entered the area. But aside from that, there isn't anything too major going on at the moment. There's that little cluster moving into the vicinity of Trinidad, maybe going to be inducing some rainfall or even just some overcast conditions across some areas. So you can let me know in the comments what conditions are like for you. But going into Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, there isn't much going on right now. Looking down into the vicinity of the ABC Islands, maybe just some overcast conditions at the most, but mostly sunshine is expected as we're going to be heading through today. So not much rainfall is likely across the area. Looking up into Hispaniola, we don't see too much happening either. And notice those feathery clouds coming in from the west. So let's go a bit more to the west here, and across Central America here we can see that there is a lot of activity also for some parts of northern Colombia, spreading into northwestern Venezuela. So there's a lot of showers and thunderstorms within the area right now, and most of that is offshore in the vicinity of the western Caribbean Sea, but not actually affecting anywhere right now. However, as we head throughout today, it is likely that there's going to be a lot of rainfall across some spots in Central America, and we'll be looking at the rainfall maps very shortly. But as I was saying, there are those clouds coming in from the west, and why are we seeing that pattern? Well, that is the work of the wind shear. So as those thunderstorms develop and increase in altitude, what happens is that those winds, those upper level winds, they just cut off the thunderstorms, and the cloud type that we see at the top of thunderstorms would be cirrus clouds. However, those upper level winds are just coming in from the west and displacing that activity toward the east. And so that is why we're seeing this pattern here with these overcast conditions even being extended into parts of the Cayman Islands, maybe for sections of Jamaica, Cuba, going over into Hispaniola, and all the way down into the vicinity of the ABC Islands. And so it is the work of a tropical wave as well as a trough in the area helping to induce all this activity across Central America. And going back to that wind shear now, we're looking at this map from the GFS, and there we have those black lines with those arrows showing the direction from which the wind is blowing, and where we see more of those shades of oranges and reds, those are stronger upper level winds. So there we're seeing it depicted that the wind shear is displacing all that activity seen over in the western Caribbean. So let's now go on to the rainfall total maps. And so we're starting out with Euro, and as the map becomes more colorful, the rainfall expected is higher. This goes out to early tomorrow morning at around 1 a.m. And so we can see here that majority of the rainfall throughout the region is expected over in parts of Central America, also for northern South America, and outside the vicinity of the Caribbean, out in the tropical Atlantic. Again, we have that tropical wave there with all that activity. So again, most of that action will be in the vicinity of Central America. Some spots receiving a lot of rainfall that can even trigger flooding, and so I hope that everyone is going to be okay as we progress throughout today. So as we take a look at the GFS model, GFS is somewhat in agreement with this, not showing a whole lot of rainfall for most of the Caribbean islands, but for the mainland territories of Central America and going down to South America, there will be some substantial rainfall. A chance of rain for some sections of Jamaica, but for most areas it should be pretty sunny. Similar story for Little Cayman and Cayman Brac, maybe a higher chance of rain for Grand Cayman, also for sections of Cuba, Hispaniola, Puerto Rico, and down in the southeastern Caribbean where we have Grenada, the Grenadines, and possibly even for Trinidad and Tobago as well. We also see that the Bahamas and South Florida also expected to maybe receive some rainfall, especially as we head to later today with the development of all that shower and thunderstorm activity in the afternoon hours. So that is what is expected by the different models, guys, and as time goes by I will continue to keep you posted on all that is happening and all that is expected, especially in terms of that activity making its way toward the region. I'll continue to keep you guys posted with the latest. And so that is pretty much it for this update, and I hope that you found it to be quite informative. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I will respond as best and as soon as I can, and remember to always be weatherwise.